Hello, this is Everett Pierce, and today is August the 1st, 2016. Now, for those out there that have been working really hard at building your pyramid of numbers and trying to understand numbers, now, to give you a guideline, we need feedback to know if we're on the right track or if we're not even close. Now, for those out there that find themselves in many situations, like, say, for example, one time I put in my numbers in, I think it was the Powerball, but I had all six numbers. But what I found that was quite interesting, and I showed a few of my friends my ticket, and they just couldn't, they were just speechless, like, what the, how? Okay. Anyways, all six of my numbers was reverse. So if I played 21, 12 came out. If I played 24, 42 came out. So all my numbers was reverse, the yin yang. Because in like this country, we read from right to left. Well, actually it's left to right, and in other countries it's right to left. And that is a variable in our pyramid of numbers. So, but what the topic we're going to discuss is, how do you know if you're on a pass or fail? Okay, what is considered a pass on the lottery? Okay, now being that energy or God is the perfect, meaning God maintains 6 out of 6 because it's perfect, then you would be the next level down is 5 out of 6 is pass. So, say, like I have been in many situations, many times, not just once, so it goes beyond a coincidence, where I've had 5 out of 6 and I was just off on my 6th number by 1 or 2. And the most recent one, which was Powerball, was I played 14 and I played 4. Now the third option, which I could have played, that would have been Powerball 5. That was my third option. But because of my level, I have a top 20 that I can play. But to push myself to be more accurate about things, and in the sense of the last minute judgment, is I played my top 13. Had I played my top 20, I essentially would have had 5 out of 6, and my last number would have been 1 off. I would have had the Powerball, I would have had 4 regular numbers, but the number that came out was 11, and I would have played 10. So I would have lost on a regular number. Now that is considered a pass, even though it's not a 6 out of 6. But in terms of human, in terms of God or energy, that's how you base if you're on or off. And like, say, for example, a pass or fail. We'll say you have, say, 4 numbers or 5 numbers, and you keep finding yourself 1 off. If you played 46, 47 came out. So these are the telltale signs that tell you that you're passing or failing, regardless if you hit the lottery or not, or win money back. What's important at this point is being able to know if you're on the right track. Are you developing your last minute sense of making judgment calls? And that's what presidency is all about. That's why the best of the choices is Donald Trump versus Hillary. Hillary does not have the skill sets at the very wire to make those final judgment calls to make us all successful. And as we know that with a lot of people, like someone running down into the end zone, especially with football, and they run 98 yards and then they fumble it on the 5-yard line, they just basically took away all of their effort. So, but it's important that you have feedback to know that good, better, and best. Best in what is considered passing is 5 out of 6. No matter how you get your 5, as long as you have 5 out of 6, that's passing. Okay, if you get 4 and off by 1 on your 5th one, that's a D+. So it will give you an idea that if you're not even getting that, you're going to have to rethink what you're doing and how you're doing it. Are you making the final judgment calls at the very end? And use that as a feedback. Because the reason for this goes beyond lottery, is you're going to use these same skill sets in your own life, in your family, in your children, in your work, that it will come down to making the final right decision. Okay, in terms of problem solving, as it may not necessarily be positive or negative. Problem solving involves both of them. Now, I don't mean get into criminal activity, but sometimes you may have to lie to someone for the betterment of yourself and them. And then when the dust settles, then they get to see how they benefited out of that. So truth and lies, they both have to be there. So, but what it comes down is the intentions. So if someone lies or deceit, and when the dust settles, it was about to tear you down, to destroy you. And of course, that's obvious. We don't want that. But when it comes to truth and lies, and we see, oh damn, Everett wanted me to win, and then it helped me, and I didn't even realize he was helping me. That is what you will notice about me, is I'm a we factor, and if you win, I win. That's how I think, because that is how energy is.